Hey everybody, Britical Saiyans here. I'm Jonah.
And I'm Matt.
And today, we got a long video. Not gonna lie.
Just a little.
So we've got a new, announcement, a card list, and some future stuff to cover.
Yeah. And obviously designer notes 3. So they're showing the starter deck, the Saiyan Legacy. They've got the King Vegeta, showing both sides actually, which is good. And the field. So we'll go over those. We'll cover the expert deck cards that they've revealed as well. And just as a thing, we got stuff in the product page to go over. And like Jonah said, we got the card list to go over.
Yeah.
Because they've announced a lot of stuff.
And we're going to try and not ramble about it all because it'll just take us longer.
Yeah, we're just going to be trying snappy as possible, guys. We do apologise, the video does go on for a while, but like I said, there is a lot to go over. So, to start off with, we've got the starter deck leader, the King Vegeta. So, he's got a permanent. You can't include non-Saiyan battle cards in your deck, which makes sense. Because obviously he's a Saiyan and yada yada yada. Activate main, once per turn, choose one card from your life, add it to your hand, and look at the top 5 cards on the top of your deck. You choose up to one red or green Saiyan card or King Vegeta's Dynasty among them and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So he has a self-awaken and a way to search the pieces from your deck, and the Dynasty thing will make sense in a second. So his awaken is when you have King Vegeta's Dynasty in your battle area and 3 or more cards in your energy, you draw one card, choose one energy and flip him over. So his awakening, you need the field out.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing that he searches it. His awaken side is activate main once per turn. Choose one. You may choose one red or green Saiyan card in your battle area and place it in his owner's drop area. If you do, draw one card and he gains 5k and double strike. Pretty damn good. So 20k double strike and it draws you a card, because as you notice, guys, he has no auto to draw. So it's basically his abilities are what lets him draw, because his other one is you choose one battle card in your hand with an entry cost of 2 or less and play it with its skills negated for duration turn, which is fine, sure, okay. Next turn comes back to yours, you can use its skills depending if it's got a skill that can do that, because obviously a lot will be on place, and then you draw a card. So that's how you draw cards with this leader. And then on to King Vegeta's Dynasty. So,
King Vegeta's Dynasty, 2 cost fields as we kind of suspected. It has energy exhaust, so you have to play it in rest to begin with the energy. Its first auto is when this card is placed in your battle area and your leader is King Vegeta, choose up to one Saiyan card with energy cost of 2 or less in your hand, play it with its skills to negate for the duration of turn. If you play the card, draw 2, which is really helpful. Its secondary auto is when your opponent attacks with a card, you may ignore that. You may choose one red card in your energy area, switch it to rest mode, and then place it in its owner's drop area. If you do, negate the attack.
So it's a built-in negate. And you can obviously just play it again after that to play more cards from your hand. So turn 2, you can get this and a battle card on the board and draw 2 cards,
which is really good.
And then depending on what's been happening in the game, turn 3 you could awaken.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. So onto the expert decks. Deck there. Alright, so to start off with, we've got the first dual colour one. We've got Vegeta and Carbo, Master Pupil Bond. So it's a free drop, 1 blue, 1 yellow. 10k combo, pay 1. Barrier, it's got the Aegis ability, so you pitch them to get 2 energy back, yada yada yada. Energy exhaust, so obviously coming in rest into the energy area. And then auto, when this card activates Aegis, or Aegis, however you want to pronounce it, you may choose one card from your hand and place it in your drop area. As you do, choose up to 1 blue or yellow Universe 6 card in your drop area, energy cost 2 or less, and no keyword skills, and play that card. So to activate the Aegis and his ability, you're taking 3 cards out of your own hand. So, yeah. And it can only target 2 or less with a non-keyword skill. So, into the next card.
So we have Sicily Bonds Kale. It's a 2-drop 9k power. Its also is when you play this card from your hand and your lead card is Universe 6, look at up to 10 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to one blue or yellow, Kaba or Khalifa among them, when each costs 2 or less, play it, then shuffle your deck.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty damn good. And then we got Khalifa, Troublemaker of Universe 6. Very fitting name, isn't it? Also, when you play this card, you may choose one card in your life, add it to your hand, so Self-Awakening, which is good. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. Really powerful effect.
Yeah.
It's the early game, obviously for the Self-Awakening, if your opponent's being really defensive by keeping energy open, you can stop that. So, very good card, and it's generic.
Yeah.
So, it's not limited, which makes it even better. So, to go into the next part of the video, guys, so moving on to the products. They've announced Series 8 in a way already.
Yeah, they've announced it'll be a thing.
Yeah, basically. And it'll be a thing this year, so it's supposed to be coming in November. But this is the actual set, and the set is supposed to. So the new rarities is it's apparently exclusive rare hero times by 5 and exclusive rare villain times by 5. And they haven't said how many secret rares are in it, like they have for Series 7, which has got 2. So we got a new type of rarity. Whatever that, well, obviously we'll get more info on that anyway. And then they've said the Dash Pack campaign for Series 8 is available during pre-release events. Buy a box and get 2 Dash Packs, 2 cards. So there's 4 types, and the Janemba Mill Leader is getting a reprint. If this is anything to go by, it is getting a reprint. Now, I will say, this is not a set in stone thing. They could just be using these as placeholders. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee, because it doesn't say that it's what those 2 are part of it. They could be placeholders, but if I remember on the track record, they usually have been, haven't they? They show 2, and then
yeah,
those 2 are, but
they usually are, because if he wants a placeholder, he could just put a blank card.
yeah. But obviously, it may not. So, if it is definitely getting a reprint, that is very upsetting.
Yeah.
Because we need it to go. So they're now designing the pre-release as well. So obviously this is just your normal pre-release type stuff, and they're sharing the rarities again. And then the starter deck 8. There we go. Again, this will all be at a later date. Leader is, I guess this must be just a thing in general now, but they're doing silver foil and gold stamp for the leader, and then silver foiling cards.
Just so it looks nicer.
Yeah, and it's a yellow. I'm presuming, because it's got yellow there. It has yellow on the box, so I'm presuming. And then we've already shown you the Magnificent Collections, but they've announced some more expansions. They've literally just said now designing January 2020, so
it's the same on both of them.
And again, it's the same for this, so contents to be announced whenever a point. And they've done 2 more gift boxes when the page loads. So the gift boxes are, I'm guessing both are actually going to be this year. So they special texture silver foil, different for boxes 2 and 3. Comes with 6 boosters of Series 8. Oh. And a Series 8 battle gun. Oh. So it's a way of getting the stuff before.
Yeah, unless that's
a typo.
Yeah,
and it's meant to be 7.
Because like, if they put it out before the set comes out, that means they have to do the set list before it goes out.
Yeah. And then another one, not designing. So, and again, yeah, it's more likely a typo. Thinking about it now, because why would they do that?
Yeah.
And in November.
It's usually the stuff you get in the gift box is stuff that's already out.
Because when was it? The Series 8 is meant to be in I didn't read it right before. Oh no, it makes sense.
Oh.
November. It's because of the expansions of 2020. That's where we're getting confused. No, it makes sense. We'll correct ourselves there. Right. Okay. Yes, it does. It works.
Okay.
So it's not a typo. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they've shown the other expert deck, which is green-blue by the looks of things. Cause I'm just presuming the color code is definitely what the color code is.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next expert deck is supposed to be a green-blue. I can't even remotely try to figure out who that is in the silhouette, but please, in the comments, throw your guesses. And again, I will apologise for the cock-up. That's a boo-boo. That's like short memory. That is like, yeah, look at the release date. Oh, just forget it. Right. So moving on to the last part of the video. Yes, we realised it says new event and new rule and everything as well, but we're not going to go into those.
The event and all that will just be pre-release stuff, won't it?
Yeah, basically.
That's top.
I thought it would just like auto go into it.
No.
But okay, fine. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, it's not that difficult. It's not normally this slow. I'm so sorry. Okay. There's a lot to go over, guys, because there's, what, like 8 pages?
Yeah, it's 2 colours and the dual colours to go with them.
Jonah can speak first.
Okay, so we've got Sun Gohan. Active main, once per turn, burst 2. Choose one card in life and add to your hand. If your opponent has 5 more life, you deal your opponent 1 damage. And then its awakening is when your life's at 4 less, you draw 2.
So back to the old style.
Yeah. Into Gohan and Goten probably bonds.
We did go over this in another video, but we'll just go over it as a quick for this.
So, auto sparking 5 when it attacks, draw. Also once per turn, when one of your battle cards activates Alliance, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 30k or more or less power even, and KO it. And then active main once per turn, sparking 5. Choose 3 cards in your hand and place them in the drop. Choose all of your red and green battle cards, and then both the chosen cards and this card gain 10,000 power for the duration of turn. So, big old power boost.
Yeah. Ignore that. That's just the promo version.
There'll be doubles of stuff that you will just kind of get when you do the pre-release.
Yeah. So we got Broly leader. He's got critical auto. When his card is placed in your leader area, you choose up to 1 dormant legend from your deck and activate it. So obviously we'll go into the dormant legend further down because that is further down. When your life is at 4 less, you may draw 1 card and 1 energy, and I'm just going to change this to next century because it's annoying me. There was an option for that!
I know, but it's just funny how there was an option for that.
So yeah, then you flip it over, and then we go on to the Awakened side. Again, we have seen this before, but let's go quickly. So, auto, when this card attacks, you draw 1 card. Activate battle once per turn. Choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 10k power or less and KO it. Pretty simple. And then there's the promo version. And then we go to the next card.
So we have Raditz the Oppressor. Say 1 drop 4k power, that's not important. Well, the power cost. The cost is, I suppose. Anyway, so also, when you play this card, draw 1 card. Auto once per turn, I think we all know this one, is when your opponent switches their energy to active mode using a non-awakened skill during their turn, choose up to 1 of your opponent's energy and place it in the drop.
So Red's finally got their own Wii / ball, guys.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Okay, we're on to Son Goku Heavenly Salvation. Blah, 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 blah. So it's a free drop, one of it being red, 14k power.
Numbers!
Yay! Auto, activate this skill when you play Son Gohan and Son Goten familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, familiar bonds in your battle area. If Son Goku Heavenly Salvation isn't in play in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. Cool, alright. Also, once per turn, when this card is switched to rest mode by Alliance, if you have Son Goku, Son Gohan, Adolescence, Son Goten, and or Trunks Youth cards in play in your battle area, choose this card and add to one of your cards and switch them to active mode. Eel.
Yeah. So you can only have those 4 characters on the board, but it does mean like you rest from Alliance and restand him and something else. So you don't really lose out on cards.
Pretty good. Pretty good card.
So we've got Mark Speed, Kaioken, Son Goku. So 3-drop 15k power. It's got counterplay to just play it out. Permanent, if a multicolored card is in your energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. And then also is when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 10,000 power for the duration of turn. Then if it's your opponent's turn, choose it from one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 5 power for the duration of turn. So essentially you can just minus something by 15k.
If you want to.
Only during your opponent's turn, but
it's a counter, so.
Yeah, it's a counter, so you can just be like, oh, counter to your attack, I'll do this and reduce you.
Okay, so we've got the first SR being revealed. Well done, Bandai. So we got Dependable Brother, Son Gohan. So it's a 20k power, 5k combo. 2 of it, the 4-drop being 2 of it being red. So EX evolve by paying 1 red and 1 colours onto a Son Gohan Adolescence range cost of 3. It has double strike and auto. When a card evolves in this card, you draw 2 cards. And there are no other battle cards to play in your battle area. You choose up to 1 green Son Goten and 1 green Trunks Youth card. Energy cost of 4 from your drop area and play them. So the deck can get a lot of board presence.
Yeah.
Like if its board gets wide, it can bring it back. Basically, really good. I think that could be quite an interesting deck.
Yeah. So we got Helping Hand, Son Gohan. It's 3 cost 15k power. It has counter attack, so negate the attack and play its card. And then permanent. During your opponent's turn, if Son Goten and Trunks Youth are cards are in play in your battle area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. Ooh.
So it can be a 1-drop.
Be a 1-drop counter.
And that's how you get your Son Gohan Adolescence out to evolve next turn. Maybe, you know. So.
It's one way.
So next card we got Wilderness Training Son Gohan. It's a 1-drop 5k auto. When you play it, draw a card. Cool. Awesome.
He's so happy about that.
What?
Gohan in that image, he looks so happy.
I draw you a card! Hey!
Off to the wilderness! Yay! So we got Exalted Trio Son Goten. 2 costs, 2-drop 10k power. Permanent. Only 1 copy of it can be played in your battle area. And if you have a Videl card in play in your battle area, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1 and battle area by 1. And also, when this card attacks, there's a Trunks Youth card in play in the battle area. This gains 5k power and double strike for the duration of turn. So, come up quick and easy.
Pretty good. Okay, so next card we got Last Resort Vegeta. So it's a 3-drop, one of it being red, 10k power, deflect. Cool. Also, when you play this card from your hand, and if your leader card is Raditz card, you may choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area. If you do, choose up to 1 Power Ball from your deck, activate it, then shuffle your deck.
Here we got another extra card then. So this is Exalted Trio Trunks. Good time for you, isn't it?
Huh?
Not having to read Exalted Trio.
I can read Exalted Trio.
Yeah, no, but you haven't had to.
Yeah, no.
So again, 2-drop 10k power. Its permanent is the same as the Goten, only instead you can only have 1 of him out, but you can come out for 1 energy as long as you have Videl. And its auto is when this card attacks, there's a Son Goten card in play in your battle area. This gains 5,000 power and critical for duration of turn.
Yippee. Alright, so on to the next card, we got Father Figure Piccolo. So it's a 1-drop, being red, 5k, auto. When you play this card, you look at the top 7 cards on top of your deck, you choose up to 1 Son Gohan Youth card, and range your cost of 2 or less from among them, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So you basically get the one that you play and draw a card.
Yeah.
So it's basically a little draw engine in the deck.
Well,
sort of.
There's lots of Gohan Youth available, so...
True. But it's a potential like deck thin and then play and draw. But
yeah.
Oh well. Oh, you get a nice one. There you go.
Yeah. So we got Krillin, the Unforeseen Savior. So 2-drop 10k power. It's a super combo. It's one that doesn't, like, it initially has the power anyway. But it's also, when you combo this card, you lose this red and your life is at 4 or less, draw a card.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Exalted Trio Videl. So she's got 1-drop, being red, 4 goat. Also, when you play this card, you look at the top 3 cards on top of your deck. Choose up to 1 red or green Son Gohan Adolescence, Son Goten or Trunks Youth card among them. Add it to your hand, then place your remaining cards at the bottom deck in any order. It's a shame that it doesn't shuffle, but it's a searcher still.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. And obviously it's your Exalted Trio Videl for your other effects.
So we got Coco, Village Princess. So 1-drop 5k power. And its action name once per turn. Choose 1 card in your hand and place it in the drop area to draw a card.
Draw cards! So we got Coco's Grandpa Village Ulster. Okay. So it's a 2-drop 5k auto. When you play this card, you choose up to 1 of the Coco from your deck, add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Yay. Bit pointless, but alright.
So we got Elder Village Guardian. Say 2-drop 10k power. And it has the also, when you combo with this card and your lead card is red, it doesn't have a combo cost, by the way. You may choose 1 card from your hand and place it in the drop area. If you do, choose 1 following. So, you can choose up to 3 battle cards and range cost of 3 or more at a power of 35 or less in your drop and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. Or, you can choose 1 battle card in your opponent's drop area and return it to your opponent's deck, then your opponent shuffles their deck.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you can use it with the Videl and the Trunks and Goten to recycle them.
Yeah.
So, pretty good.
That's a good way around Janemba.
Yeah. So we got the Tade, or the Tad, how you want to pronounce it. Village Monster is just a 2-drop 20k vanilla. 2 of it being red. Cool. Awesome. Have fun, Jonah.
So we got Shaman Ritual Master. It's a 2.5k power. So its first auto is when you play this card, draw a card. Its secondary auto is when a card is placed in your opponent's life is placed in a drop area, you may place this card in its drop area. If you do, choose up to 1 red Attained Village Monster, the range cost of 2 from your deck, play it, then shuffle your deck. So if you create your opponent or whatever, you bring out that vanilla.
Basically. Okay, so we're on to our next SR, and this is Broly Counter Reversal. So it's 4-drop, 2 of it being red, 20k power. Permanent, during your turn, this card gets 5,000 power and can attack cards in active mode. That already is crazy.
Yeah.
Really good. Also, once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter skill, deal 1 damage to them.
That is just nasty.
That is not balanced. That's a cheaper freezer. But it's only restricted to counters, whereas the other one's restricted to other things.
It's also a cheaper version of the Black Mass Saiyan SR, because that required like 15 Saiyans and to attack and have its attack fail.
Yeah.
Broly can just do it as long as your opponent counters.
Yeah.
In any form of way.
Just a counter skill card.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so generic as well. I personally feel it should have a restriction on the leader that it can be used with.
Yeah.
But I get why they wanted generic, because they want good cards to be generic, but...
Or, like, have no restrictions, like, if this is targeted with a counterplay skill, this effect doesn't activate. Because then if your opponent called Bloodlust it, you could still do the damage potentially. Like, it depends on how they rule the timing and all that. But,
it would just be the same as every other timing.
Yeah, but like I'd rather it say you can't activate it if it's going to be countered and stopped from doing that ability.
Fair.
Just like even if you, because like if you call Bloodlust it, all you're doing is stopping it getting 5k. Otherwise,
yeah.
Like, oh no, still did the main thing.
Fair. This is you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Familiar Bonds, which is a 2-cost extra card. Permanent, this gains desire in all areas. And action main, if the leader is red, choose up to 1 red Saiyan card and you drop it with an edge cost to feel less and 15 or less power and play it. If you play the card, choose up to 2 Dragon Ball cards from your deck and add them to your hand. So it's a limited.
Shuffle.
Yeah, and shuffle deck. But it's a limited version of Child's Wish. Like, very limited.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going on to the next page. Oh, it's 6 pages, not 8.
Yeah.
Oh well, close enough. Okay, so we're finally onto the Dormant Legend extra card. So this is a field, costs 2, one of it being red. Permanent, you can't place cards under this card except with this card's skill. Okay, so auto, when a card in your life is added to your hand or placed in your drop area during your opponent's turn, place the top card of your deck under this card. And then it's got the activate main. If there are 3 or more cards under this card, place this card in your drop area, choose up to 1 red Broly card with entry cost of 4 from your deck, play it, and then shuffle your deck. So you get that SR Broly from your deck.
Which is pretty nice.
Which is disgusting. So if your opponent's been really aggro on you, turn 3, you can just play that thing. Just be like, okay, cool. And then when it comes back to your turn, turn 4, you just pay 4, play another 1 from your hand, watch your opponent play counters and crit themselves twice.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't crit them, but it deals 2 damage, you know what I mean.
Still painful.
Yeah. Just turn 3, depending on how the game's going, you could have that thing out.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
So we got Denial of Hope. It's a counterplay. That costs 2 red. If your lead card is red, if the battle card your opponent plays has 20 or less power, it's placed in its own drop in instead of being played.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's preemptive strike. In a sense.
Yeah, it's a power-based version of preemptive strike.
As opposed to a cost-based one.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So, again, Janemba.
Yeah.
Basically, because they've all got 20. Okay, so we're on to the final Guardian. So it's a 1 cost extra card, one of it being red. Counter attack. If your leader card is red, negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your battle cards and it gains +5 power for the duration of the turn. Permanent. If this card is in your drop area, you can activate it by paying its energy cost and removing it and 1 red card in your hand from the game. So that's really good. Because then it got 2 negates in 1. So, also, when you activate this card, you can't activate the final Guardian for the duration of the turn. So you can't just play it and then use this effect from the drop. Yeah. To balance it, basically.
You can't do it twice in a turn, but you can play it from the drop, which is just as good.
Yes. So we're on to the green cards now.
Yep.
Have fun.
Yep, so it's Raditz, finally.
So we get the unawakened side now.
Yep, so also when this card attacks the lead card, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and sends it to the wall. Nasty. Action main once per turn. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Then choose up to 1 green or red Raditz, Vegeta or Nappa among them and add to your hand. And obviously shuffle your deck. If you added a card to your hand, choose 1 card from your hand and place it in the drop area. So you add a card to ditch a card, but it kind of builds into what you're doing. Its awaken is switching an energy and... No, it's just switching 1 energy into active.
So all you get is 1 energy.
Yeah. So it's Raditz Brotherly Hate. Auto is the same. When this card attacks the leader, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and sends it to the warp. And then action main once per turn, choose 1 green or red Saiyan in your battle and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. still pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice bit of hand destruction.
Just a bit. It's a good job Soul Chain got hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got a new Son Goku Green leader. So auto when this card attacks a leader, draw a card, so you can't just attack anything. So you are restricted on attacking leader to draw. Awaken, when your life is 4 or less, you may draw 1 card and then switch an energy to active mode and flip him over. Okay, now this is where the real text comes in. So he's got a permanent, you can't send cards from your drop area to the warps. Okay, to the warps. So he's got the same permanent as that Majin Buu leader.
Yeah.
Also, when his card attacks, you draw a card. Auto burst 7, so you place top 7 cards of your deck into the drop. When your opponent attacks with a card, negate that attack, then negate this skill for a duration of turn. So it's not a once per game type of one, it's just once per turn, which is really good. Activate main once per turn. When your life is at 1, choose all your opponent's battle cards with blocker and KO them. Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Alright, sure, I'll roll that. So we're on to the next SR now.
Oh yeah. So it's Raditz Saiyan in arms. So 1 drop 4k power. Auto when you play this card, draw a card. And then active main by paying a red and a green. Place this card at the center drop. If your lead card is a green Saiyan, choose which 1 Vegeta and 1 Nappa, then each cost of 2 or less, and 10,000 power from your deck, send them to your warp and shuffle your deck. At the start of your next main phase, play all the cards sent to your warp by the skill in your battle area. So you pick cards out to play next turn.
Which is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
Really good. Okay, so we got Raditz Saiyan Assailant. So it costs 4, 2 of it being green, 20k power. Also, when you play this card, you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and energy cost 3 or less and KO them. Then your opponent chooses cards from their hand equal to the number of cards you KO'd with this skill, sends them to the wall. And that's a generic card.
Yeah.
It's not restricted on colour of leader, type of leader, whatever.
It's nasty.
Really good. Really good. Ball clearance and taking cards out your opponent's hand.
So we have Unlikely Duo Son Goku. Say 3 drop 20k power, 3 of it being, well, 2 of it being green. And auto, when you play this card, look up 7 cards from the top of your deck, choose 1 Earthling or Namekian card among them, add it to your hand, then shuffle.
Generic, which is good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a specified colour of type of Earthling or Namekian?
No specified colour or cost, it's just you look at 7 for Earthling or Namekian, which is really good.
Yeah, so it can be used in quite a few other decks.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't name any of them, so if you know, sure, comment down and tell us like what your thoughts. Obviously, tell us your thoughts on any of the cards that you see today. So the next card, this is me or you?
You.
It's me. Okay. So it's Son Gohan, Hope of the People. So it's a free drop, 1 of it being green, 15k power. Permanent, you can only have 1 of these in your battle area. And if there is at least 1 Son Goten, Trunks Youth and Videl cards in your drop area, reduces energy cost by 2. So it can be a 1 drop, 15k boost it basically.
Yeah, but it's an evolution target as well.
Yeah, so if they're in your drop, you pay 1 and then evolve onto it for, what was it, 2 or 3? It was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2.
So, really good. Really good synergy there.
So you got Son Gohan Momentary Awakening. So 1 drop 5k power, and also when you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 green Son Goku card among them, add to your hand, then shuffle. So some search power for green Gokus, which isn't bad.
No, because that can help the one from set 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of decks that can help out.
Yeah. So next card is Son Goten Out Adventuring. So it's a 4 drop with 15k, 2 of it being green. EX evolve onto a red Sun Goten range cost 2. Okay. Auto, when a card evolves into this card, and your leader card is Sun Gohan Adolescence, you draw one card, switch this card to active mode, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost 4 and KO it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can evolve onto the Exalted Duo. Or Trio even.
Onto a red Sun Goten.
Yeah.
So it's what, you swing with a Goten first and then evolve it onto it, draw a card and stand it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then KO something.
Yeah. It just gives you like a twin attack.
Oh, have fun.
So we've got Great Ape Vegeta Energy Manipulation. It's a 6-drop with 30k power.
Ew.
Active main. If there's a Power Ball in your battle area and Great Ape Vegeta Energy Manipulation is not in play in your battle area, play this card on top of a Vegeta in your battle area with an energy cost of 3. Doesn't specify any certain Vegeta, just a Vegeta with an energy cost of 3. So, its first auto is when you play this card, activate the skill. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, this cannot be KO'd by skills or battles or be removed from the battle area by skills. Also, when this card is placed in the drop area from battle area by a skill, choose one red card and one green card in your energy, switch them to rest mode. If you do, choose up to one Vegeta that is both red and green in your drop area, the energy cost is 6 or less, and play it. Damn.
Wow. Okay. So we did go over this before when they showed them in the designer notes. Well, for this one anyway. So we got Vegeta the Cruel. So it costs 3. One of it being green. It's 15k power. Yes, it is a battle card. Has counterplay, so you play this card. Permanent. If a multicolored card is in your energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So you can pay 1 green and 1 colours if you can meet the requirement of the tournament. When you play this card during your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less, KO it, then your opponent chooses one card in their hand and sends it to their war. Really good.
So we have Trunks out adventuring. It's a 4-drop 10k power. It has blocker. EX evolve onto a red Trunks Youth with an energy cost of 2. It has revenge. Whoa. And auto of when the card evolves into this card, the leader is a Sun Gohan Adolescence. Draw a card and switch this to active mode.
There. Okay, we got another SR. So you got Piccolo Special Beam Cannon Unleashed. So it's a 4 cost, 2 of it being green, 20k power. Tournament, if you have a green Sun Goku card with 20k power in play in your battle area and Piccolo Special Beam Cannon Unleashed isn't in play in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. Damn. Activate main once per turn. Choose one Sun Goku card with 20k power or more in your battle area, place it in its owner's drop area, and then choose one. So you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 2 or less, ignoring barrier, KO it. If a card was KO'd, your opponent chooses 2 cards on the hand and places them in a drop area. Too much hand destruction! And you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it is his other effect. So both its effects KO cards, except its other effect doesn't have a restriction on what it KOs. The top one does have a restriction, so that's how it can end up taking cards out of the hand. Krillin.
Yeah.
10k. Pay 1 green. I'll go again. So we got a Kamehameha, Blast, Yamcha, 2, 10k, Super Combo, green. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have Sorrowful Strike Tien Shinhan. It's a 2-drop 10k power and it has the auto ability of, oh god, when you combo with this card and your leader is green, you may choose one card from your hand and place it in the drop. If you do, choose one of the following. So either choose up to 3 battle cards with energy cost of 3 or more and 35 or less power in your drop area, and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. Or choose one battle card in your opponent's drop area.
It's the red one.
Yeah.
It's the same as the red card.
It's the same as the Village Elder, basically.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be a thing that every colour gets during this set. It's just like a...
Same as every other type of thing.
Yeah.
Deadly Defenders, the hand one. I can't remember what those are called.
Quick Shift.
Those ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same as them. Okay, so you've got Chatsu Desperate Measures. So it's 1 drop green, 1k power. Activate main, place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards range costs 2 or less and KO it. Fair. Alright. Suppose it's quite fitting for what he does at that point.
Yep.
Poor Chatsu. Sad times.
So you got Yard Robbery lying in wait. See, 2 drop 5k power, 1 being green. And also, when you place a card, choose up to 1 Vegeta card with an edge cost 6 less in your battle area and place it in its own drop.
Ah. There you go.
Yeah. It's a way to pop your Vegetas to activate their effects.
Yeah, because they say they can't be activated. They can't be touched by your opponent.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so we got Urgent Aid Kami. So there's a 1 drop with 4k. Oh, it's Borgos. Whis. And
Yeah.
what was the other one? Raditz. There you go.
It's the green equivalent.
Yeah.
So we got Nappa the Cultivator. It's a 2 drop, both being green with 10k power. And it has the active main of choose 1 card in your hand, place it in your drop. Choose 1 Sideman card from your deck, play it, then shuffle your deck. So we're getting Sideman.
What gave it away? So we got Saberman, Endless Explosions. It's a 1 drop with 4k. It has blocker and permanent. You can't include as many copies of his. I know you can. Oh, you can't. I thought you said you can't. Okay, so you can include as many copies of his card in your deck as you like. Oh. So it's the same as the
Infinite Army.
Thank you. When this card is KO, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards range cost of 1 or less and KO it. Does that mean it's going to be battle cards that cost 0 at some point?
Maybe?
Because it says 1 or less. They're future proofing.
Yeah. It does seem like that, but they probably won't do much because they cost 0.
But they're future proofing.
Yeah, no, they're future. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like, if they did have 0 cost cards, they probably don't do much.
But it only KOs 1 or less, so
yeah,
it's okay, I guess.
It's more a case of like you can just have any amount of blockers that you want.
Wait, what does it do again? Choose deck and play. Shall we do?
So you could just be like, I'm going to use this effect 3 times, dump 3, here's 3 Sidemen. So we got Super Saiyan Broly Legend Unleashed. That's basically what it means. It's 3 drop 19k power, while the cost being green. Active main of if your opponent has 3 or more energy, choose 1 Dormant Legend in your battle area, place it in its drop and play this card from your hand. It also has, when you play this card for the duration of turn, if your leader is a red Broly, you can activate its Awaken skill even if you have 5 or more life. So it's a Awakener.
A quicker Awakener. Basically. So we got Double Sunday. For those who don't actually know, yes, that is the name of his attack.
Yep.
So you pay 1 green, activate battle. If your leader card is Raditz, it gains 15k power for the duration of the battle. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, range costs 2 or less and KO it. Cool. There's the Powerball.
Yep, so we have Powerball. It's a 3 cost, 1 being green. Field, obviously. It has the auto of when this card is placed in your battle area, choose up to 1 green Great Ape from your deck, add it to your hand. So, Vegeta. Its active main is switch this card to rest mode, choose up to 1 green or red Saiyan in your battle area, and it gets 5,000 power for the duration of turn. Which is pretty handy.
Pretty cool. I reckon if I add a cheaper cost to it, that would just go in other decks.
Yeah.
Because of if it was definitely a cheaper cost, it would just go in other decks just because of the 5k bonus.
It's definitely good for Alliance decks.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it could be worth if you want to pay the free anyway to do it, just for other green red decks. But it definitely, if it was the same as the Planet M2 as a 1 cost, it'd be in every single one, I reckon, or close to.
It'd be in every deck that runs a green or red Saiyan.
Yeah.
So.
It can be anyway, but you just have to pay the hard 3 for it instead of getting it out for the cheaper. Yeah. Unless you're using it in the actual deck it's supposed to be used in which case then it's fine. This is me, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so we got Hidden Power of the Saiyans. So it's a counterplay. 2 of it is a 2 cost being green as well. So counterplay, if your leader card is green, the opponent may place this battle card. What? Your opponent may place the battle card they're playing in its owner's drop area instead of playing it. If they didn't, your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and place them in drop area. Oh, so you're giving them a choice. Basically, they either get rid of the card they're about to play, or they lose 2 cards in their hand.
It's kind of better than Preemptive Strike, but it doesn't just get rid of it, so...
Yeah.
It depends whether you're bothered by it going or not. So we got For the Greater Good. It's a 1 cost counter. So counter attack, if you need to cast green, negate the attack, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 1 and KO it. Permanent, if this is in your drop, you can activate it by removing it and 1 green card from your hand.
So that's the new style of negates.
Yeah, so that's the new thing they're going for with negate. But they are rares by the looks of it. Which means that getting hold of them isn't as easy to kind of also stop it from just replacing them outright. Which is kind of good.
Yeah, because it says you can activate this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you activate this card, you can't activate it for the duration. Yeah, so these are the new style negates. And now we're on to the multicolored cards. Great. So, Kaioken, Son Goku, Defender of Earth. It's the SR for the multicolored, for the red-green, or one of them, or could be just the one, we don't know. 25k power, costs 7, and 2 of it has to be red, and 3 of it has to be green. Okay. So we got Deflect, Energy Exhaust. Okay. Permanent, if there are 20 or more red or green cards in your drop area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So you can bring it out for 5, which is its color costs basically. Auto, when your life is reduced to 1 for the duration of the turn, this card gains triple strike, dual attack, and can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills.
Ew.
Ow. Activate main, choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand, your opponent reveals their hand, chooses 1 card from it, place it in a drop area, and this card gets 25k power for the duration of the turn.
Ugh.
So you put yourself down to 1 with this skill, which then would trigger his auto, which is, I think that's the only way to do it, by lots of things.
Well, I think that's the best way to do it, because
yeah,
you double his attack, you get rid of a card, you gain triple strike and dual attack, and it can't be KO'd, which means that you can just get rid of like a negate, a combo piece, just anything. Just like, okay, here's a 50 triple strike coming at you twice. Enjoy. It's nasty. So we got Son Goku and Piccolo Budding Friendship. Say 2 costs for 10k power, 1 red, 1 green. It has Energy Exhaust and Alliance red green. This gains power equal to the total power of the card switch to rest mode by a skill for the duration of battle. If you switch to Son Gohan Youth to rest mode using the skill, draw 2 and this gains critical for the duration of the battle.
So it does pay 1 for the 10k combo.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think we have gone over that before though.
Yeah.
Son Gohan, Son Goten, familiarity bonds. Well, have we been over this one before? I can't remember. So there is another SR. So it's a 4-drop with 1 being red, 1 being green. 20k power, energy exhaust, alliance, red, green. So it gains the power. It has triple strike. If you do the... If this card's power equal to total power of the card switch to rest mode by this skill, and then it gains triple strike for the duration of the battle. Fair. So you have to do the alliance for it to gain the triple strike. Auto, when you play this card, activate this skill for the duration of turn. When your opponent uses a skill to play a battle card, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their life and places them in the drop area. Have fun using Shigesh.
So we've got
another SR of the case.
Yeah, it's Vegeta Saiyan Elite. So it's a 6-drop 20k power.
So it's another target.
Yep. It has double strike, energy exhaust. Also, once per turn, when this card attacks, your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and sends them to the warp.
Oh my days.
Active main once per turn, you pay a red and a green. If your leader is a green Saiyan, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Damn. You just immediately do damage. You're breaking, aren't you, buddy?
I can't take this anymore. This is getting ridiculous. We're not even on the last page yet.
We're almost there.
I'm gonna cry. Right, so we got Broly, Tragedy Foretold. So 6-drop, 2 of being red, 1 of being green. That's gonna get really annoying over time. 30k power, Arrival, so he has the Arrival ability this time, as opposed to the energy thingy, whatever it was, Alliance. So you pay 1 red, pay 1 green. He's got energy exhaust, permanent. Only 1 of this guy can be played in your battle area, and you can't play this card from any areas unless Dormant Legend is in your battle area.
Drop area.
Oh, drop area. Drop area. The other one's battle area. When you play this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 15 until the end of your opponent's turn. Also, my bad, guys. Damn. So you basically do the Dormant Legend to play the 4-drop one.
Yeah.
And then you then end up playing this guy later on.
Yeah.
And they're both SRs.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive deck.
Yep.
When your opponent combos, you may choose 1 card in your opponent's combo area, place it in your owner's drop area. If you do, negate the skill for duration of turn. Ill. Ill.
At least he's only doing 1 damage on the attacks initially.
Ill. Card's really good.
Yeah. So we've got Broly Rapid Barrage. It's a 4-drop 20k power. You need to pay a green and a red. It has a rival red green by paying a red. It has energy exhaust. You can only have 1 of them in play and you can't play it unless you have Dormant Legend in your drop. Its first auto is when you play this card, choose it from 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 10,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. Ooh. And secondary auto is when your opponent combos, you may choose 1 card in your hand and place it in the drop area. If you do, choose 1 of your card in your opponent's combo area and place it in their drop, then negate skill for the duration of turn.
Yay.
So it's a slightly costlier version of the 6-drop.
But it comes out for cheaper, so it balances it.
Yeah.
Okay, so next card is Broly Demonic Origins. So it's a 2-drop, 1 of it being red, 1 of it being green. 15k power, 10k combo, costing 1. Energy exhaust, permanent. If there is a card that is both red and green in your energy area, is in your energy other than this card, negate this card's energy exhaust skill in all areas.
Nice.
So if you charge a different one, you can then charge this one and be fine.
Yeah.
Ill. So you can't just double charge this because of the way it's guy's skill, which is good.
Yeah.
Very good. When you play this card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in a drop area. And that was the last card.
Yep,
Thank God it's
over.
It's
all over.
Thank God. My pain. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. Yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, you know, thank you. Honestly,
Yes.
We did say it was going to be a long one. We do apologise for that. There was a lot to go over. So again, thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. So bye bye.
Bye.